this is our game. Have we named it yet, Kate?
We have a couple names.
We have a couple
Yarn
names.
Cloud.
Yarn Cloud. I always think of it as the weaving game, but that seems a little...
I still like that co-starring
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Like, this is beta test Yarn Cloud co-starring Berkeley.
Berkeley, right. Test 001. So yeah, Kate and I are designers. Our work is basically centered around, at least in part, developing large-scale urban public art experiences and large-scale urban public games. And so for this project, we came together and thought, how would we make an urban game that would leave as sort of a proof of its existence a piece of urban public art? So we developed CoStar, the yarn game, which this is the first test of, which is basically just a game about giving people a set of simple rules and then letting them kind of work within those rules to make something that will hopefully be really beautiful. So, you know, again, this is our first attempt that isn't like miniature scale size with chopsticks. Yeah. But I'm really excited to see how it all comes out when it all comes out.
It can't go wrong. All we can do is learn.
It's true. Yeah, this is definitely a prototype, and whatever happens will teach us valuable information about how to make this game better. Yeah. The rules are hopefully pretty simple. And again, prototype. The one important thing to remember is as soon as the game starts, no one is allowed to speak. If that doesn't work because you don't know what you're doing, like, break it, don't worry about it. But in general, try to stay mostly silent. So each of us is going to start at one of these posts. There are 5 of us and 5 posts. When the game begins, all of us are going to start by throwing odd or even. And then depending on what everyone has thrown, one of 3 things is going to happen. If everybody throws the same thing, right, all odds are all even, everybody rotates 1 post to the left. Keep your yarn with you all the time. Your yarn always comes with you. So your yarn is like making the trail of where you've been. Anytime you get to a new post, wrap your yarn around that post as high up as you can underneath where the last person wrapped, right? So you'll see like wrap marks and just like go under that. If one person is odd man out, right? Everybody throws even except for one person, or the reverse. That person gets activated and they get to move wherever they want. Anytime you move, you're gonna go from your post to someone else's post, and whoever you get to, it's now their turn to move, right? So you activate whoever's post you get to. The 2 rules for movement are, you can't go immediately back along the same path that your yarn just came, and, are you getting this? Is this like,
yes.
Okay. And whoever you activate can't immediately go back along the path that you just came.
So you can't like trade spaces.
Right. So what will happen is, one person will activate someone else, who will activate someone else, who will either activate someone else or go back to an empty post. As soon as everyone is at a post and no one is activated, that round ends and everybody goes back to throwing odds and evens again. Clear? If 2 people throw one thing and 3 people throw the other, so like 2 odds and 3 evens, or 2 evens and 3 odds, 2 people get activated at once, and they get to like run through the circle to whoever they want to, according to like, wherever there is a legal move for them.
Simultaneous.
Yeah, so then it gets a little crazy because then they'll activate 2 people who will activate 1 person, and then the circle will settle down again. There is a way to score, and that is, if you are standing, so if I'm here, I have 2 adjacent stakes and 2 across stakes. If there is a line connecting the 2 across stakes and I'm active, I can run, throw my yarn over this line and pull it back to this stake and wrap, and that's a point for me. Right now, those are all of the rules. The objective is to get as many points as possible and to play until as much of like our yarn is used as we can.
And to make the...
Oh, right. The game ends, thank you. The game ends when all of the sides are connected and each of the like individual vertices are connected. So basically like every connection has to be made.
By color?
By just
Any color.
in general, yeah. But if, for example, if I like score on a side, that side has to be reconnected. Does that make sense?
How do you keep track of that?
You'll see it
Visually.
because you'll be pulling it away from like
It'll
the
create
connection.
a dent,
Yeah.
like in the
Yeah,
shape.
exactly. We're hoping that will read visually. We're about to find out if that's true or not. Okay. Everybody have a pretty good idea of what's going on?
Pick a color. I'm imagining thicker yarn and it'll be really pretty.
Yeah. Okay.
That score because they double.
Yeah.
This is an easy way then to